All right, guys, it is official. Batwoman is officially out the closet. You probably were thinking to yourself, well, that wasn't a secret. Well, it wasn't a secret to us, but apparently on the TV show Batwoman was in the closet. And now she's completely out of the closet. It's official. They even had an episode titled How Queer Everything Is Today. That was the name of the episode. Now, why is the CW doing this? The CW, they clearly have an agenda. They clearly want to sexualize the comic book industry. And they've been doing this for a while now. Batwoman is the first one to have a full featured TV show when she's a member of the LGBT community. Now, we've seen a lot of hints, a lot of things in the CW shows where they've taken characters that weren't LGBT in the comic books and they switched them around for representation. And I do have a problem with that. I say stick to the source material. That's why when I read a book, the books are always better than the movies for the most part. Very few books won't be as good as the movies. Now, the CW, their agenda, they've done it with quite a few characters. Sarah Lance, they did it with her. They made her a bisexual woman. William Clayton, who is the Green Arrow's son, they had a scene in the last season, I believe, where he came out to Oliver Queen, said, "Hey, I'm gay." Of course, we already know Kate Kane. Nora West Allen, the daughter of the Flash. She's a member of the alphabet community. Alex Danvers, Nia Nall, John Constantine, Nisa Al Ghul, because Nisa Al Ghul had a thing with Sarah Lance. Mr. Terrific. In the comic books, Mr. Terrific is a straight man with a wife named Paula, and they switched his sexuality for the Green Arrow and made him into a gay man with a husband named Paul. But why do they feel they need to do this? Why can't they just go out, create new characters instead of changing things about them? And why did they have to take out a complete episode of Batwoman to focus on sexuality? Now, when I think of comic book heroes, I think of the comic book heroes going out and fighting the bad guys. Now, in this particular episode of Batwoman, there was a young teenage girl and she was a lesbian and her parents wouldn't accept her. So that inspired Batwoman to come out and say, "Hey, I'm a member of the LGBT community." Now, should comic book TV shows, does CW have some kind of responsibility to talk about these things? No, they shouldn't. The CW makes comic book TV shows. They should focus on the content. Nobody wants to watch a Batwoman to be preached about LGBTQ issues. They don't. But the CW made it very, very clear from the first trailer for Batwoman that they want to preach to you that she's a woman for one thing. And not only is she a woman, she is a lesbian woman. They wanted you to know that from the beginning. So they were preaching right from the beginning. And you know what? When you get woke, you go broke, because this TV show on Rotten Tomatoes is scoring like a 8 to 12%, something like that. Nobody likes this TV show. And granted, it was renewed for a second season. We knew it because they want to keep preaching to you more and more and more about representation in the comic book industry and on TV. Now, that's why I'm so glad that Arrow went off the air now. Well, they got 2 more episodes to go, but it's ending. Arrow season 1, season 2 especially was really, really good. And they started getting more into identity politics. The same with The Flash. And we know that Supergirl is super woke. I refuse to see that TV show. But this is a part of a bigger plan for the CW. They want to sexualize the comic book industry. They want to push these adult issues on little kids because you got to remember, comic books were designed for little kids to read. Now, I'm pretty sure when the people that created the comic books for DC, they weren't planning on having adult themes in those comic books. But yet, the CW, they're pushing the envelope to indoctrinate kids into this. Now, if kids want to do what they want to do, when they're older, their parents say, hey, you're old enough, you can do what you want to do. That's one thing, that's fine. But to me, comic books are things that little kids grow up reading. And we love watching comic book TV shows. I grew up watching The Incredible Hulk. Love it. No identity politics in that TV show. Nothing to do with sexuality in that TV show. Because as a little kid, I shouldn't be exposed to those things. But the CW just doesn't get it. When I watched The Incredible Hulk, I was just so happy to see David Banner turn into the Hulk. I wasn't concerned about his sexuality or anything like that. And it's clear that the CW wants you to be concerned about Kate Kane's sexuality more than her being a superhero in Gotham City. And it's unfortunate because I love DC. DC is so great at their comic books. I love the characters. I love the characters way more than Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics, to me, they have Batman. He's pretty good, but they actually have Superman, Batman in DC, and they've announced a new Superman Lois Lane TV show. Are they going to be addressing these kind of issues on the TV show? Because I really don't want to see it. I want to see Superman fight the bad guys. I don't want to see him tackle LGBTQ issues. I don't want to see him tackle politics. I don't. We go and watch comic book TV shows to get away. And the CW has completely gotten away from that. And I'm pretty sure that season 2 of Batwoman is going to dive even more into this. It's so unfortunate. I don't really want to see this. I won't be watching season 2 of Batwoman. Hell, I barely even watched season 1 because the first episode was so horrible. It was trash, to tell you the truth. And that first episode wasn't even really woke. And of course, the following episodes, it got more into identity politics and started getting woke. But this episode takes the taco from me. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Batwoman coming out the closet. Does the CW really need to dive into this kind of lore of Batwoman? Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.